Hi, welcome to my backyard. I'm Ann, and I'm here to present for you today a standing yoga series. No props needed, just your mat. So go ahead and settle in. I want your mat orientation to be the same as mine. And when you have it down, go ahead and find a nice comfortable seat so that we can settle in and prepare for our practice. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I hope the circumstances under which you are practicing with me are nice and quiet and peaceful. But whatever it is, we're here to just let go of any outside distractions and prepare for our practice. So find a nice comfortable seat where you can anchor your sitting bones, drawing the energy from your sit bones all the way up the spine through the crown of your head, allowing the heart center to slightly lift, the shoulders to start sliding away from the ears, so that you can gently close your eyes and take a few moments to rest with your breath, with no attempt to manipulate or analyze. You're just simply tuning in to the rhythmic flow of your breathing and allowing that breath to carry you into your body to see what is showing up for you as you prepare for practice. Let us remember to take care of ourselves, to do what feels comfortable in our bodies, to stay with our breath, and to enjoy the process. So a few more seconds here, noticing inhalation and exhalation. Slowly drawing the hands to prayer position at the heart, keeping eyes closed. A nice letting go breath to begin our practice, with an inhalation deep into the nose and an audible sigh out of the mouth. Ah. Your next inhalation drifts the eyes open, sweeps the hands up to prayer at the top. Oh, there's my cat. And exhaling them down to the heart. Beautiful. We're going to shake our legs out and come into table pose. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, a little bit of cat and cow just to get ourselves ready for some movement. So remember that the fingers are spread, the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are right under the hips. Beginning with an inhalation into cow. As we inhale, the belly is dropping, toes are curling under, gaze shifting forward. Exhaling, head dropping, tops of feet flattening, back arching to the sky. Inhaling cow, drop belly, curl toes, forward gaze. Exhaling cat, arching back, dropping head, flattening. Continue to move with your breath, inhaling into your cow, exhaling into your cat. And if you feel like this is in your practice to go into a more active flow, then I'm going to invite you after your next cat to inhale opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale cat. Inhaling opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhaling cat. You can stay with this. You could adjust this to just an arm or just a leg. Or you can choose to do one side several times to challenge your core. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. Notice form when you're doing this. The thumb points up to the sky as if you were to shake someone's hand in front of you. The heel of the extended leg draws energy away from the body, toes pointing down. So I'm going to do a regular cat and cow here. Then I'm going to sink into child's pose. So let's join me in Balasana. You're going to find the expression of this pose that resonates the best with you, whether it's restorative, whether it's on the forearms into a puppy dog pose, whether you need to widen your knees and settle in. So you're going to settle in for a couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Give me one more in and out breath. I'm sure you're doing good. And then settle into an extended child's pose where your arms are nice and long, hands are spread, your fingers are spread. We're going to transition to come up. So on an inhalation, you're going to come into table, kneeling, or full plank. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Let's inhale back into that kneeling or full plank, and exhale into child's pose. We're going to do this 2 more times, inhaling into the plank of your choice, exhaling downward facing dog, inhaling into the plank of your choice, exhaling child's pose. So remember, your hands don't move here. Once you've glued them down, they stay. So let's inhale into one more down dog, or exhale, inhale into plank, exhaling into dog. Stay here, push the mat away with the base of your fingers. I'm out of alignment so I can look at you through the camera. Sink the heels any amount towards the mat, and then tuck the head between the arms. Give yourself a nice deep breath. Inhaling, coming up on tippy toes. Exhaling, bending the knees, tipping the sitting bones up to the sky, pushing the mat away with the base of your fingers. Inhaling, extending those legs nice and long. Exhaling, sinking heels down any amount. You should all be beautiful V's by now. Give yourself another breath. Feel the opening of the back of the legs, the calves. Feel the strength of your arms. And then you're going to look up between your thumbs, come up on your tippy toes, and take a walk towards your hands, resting in Ragdoll. So continue to find your Ragdoll. I'm up. As you shake your head, yes, in your Ragdoll position, and no. Just enjoying this mild inversion to traction out your shoulders. A letting go breath if that feels good to you. Inhaling and releasing out of the mouth. Ah. And then from your Ragdoll position, go ahead and either reverse swan dive like I am, or roll up. So inhaling, sweeping arms up if you're with me. Hands touching at the top. Exhaling to heart. And shaking it out. We're going to come into a nice wide stance for Virabhadrasana 2 Warrior Series, Standing Series. So I want you to take your feet a nice comfortable distance apart, wide, not too narrow, but wide enough so that you don't feel overly challenged in this position. For now, I want the toes pointing straight ahead, bearing weight through the base of the big toes, hands to the hip crease. On an inhalation, we stand here in the tall, front body open. Exhaling, let's bend your right knee. Make sure it does not go beyond your toes. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, do the same thing. So we're opening up our inner thighs here as we're exhaling, inhaling to center. Exhaling, inhaling to center. Be mindful of the flexion or bending of your knees to make sure they never at any time extend beyond the edges of your toes. If you do not feel any sensation in the inner thigh of the straight leg, your feet are not wide enough. So come out and take your feet wider. I'm going to do one more on each side. Beautiful. Come back to center. If you need to widen your feet, go ahead and do it. I don't want you to feel a lot of stress or strain, but try not to go any narrower. We're going to take our feet pigeon-toed. So this is really important. I want you to bring your feet pigeon-toed, bear weight through the base of the big toe, not the tip. Just so the arches will lift and that we're not spreading all our energy to the pinky toe side of our feet. So stabilizing your feet, this is a foot lock pada bandha that's important in this flow. Once you have your feet pigeon-toed, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Arm movement first. So inhaling, we're going to open our fingers up. This is called Hasta Hand Mudra, floating those arms out to shoulder height. Exhaling back, Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Inhaling, Hasta Mudra. Let's turn our heads to our right. Exhaling, bringing everything back to the heart. Beautiful. Keep those feet anchored and aligned. Inhaling, Hasta Mudra to the left. Exhaling back to center. Let's integrate some lower body movement with the upper. Inhaling, Hasta Mudra to the right. Swivel that right foot to the right. Exhaling, bend that right knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Good. Inhaling, straightening that leg. Exhaling, swivel the foot and bring the hands back to center. Pigeon-toed. Are we pigeon-toed? Okay. Inhaling, Hasta Mudra. Let's go to the left. Swivel the left foot. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhaling, extending that leg. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling to the right, Hasta Mudra. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana 2. Now my head is gazing past the middle finger of that right hand. I'm drawing my shoulder blades in to utilize my upper back muscles to hold my arms up. Make sure your knee is drawing toward the back of your room or the space that you're in so that your knee's not caving towards me. Let's stay here. Warrior 2. Inhaling, straightening that leg. Exhaling back to center. To the left. Inhaling, Hasta Mudra. Exhaling, Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So if we're doing any kind of lunging here, I want you to pretend like you have a little something pulling that right hand back so the shoulders line up. Draw this knee back. Keep anchored. Let's breathe. Coming out of it, inhaling, extending the leg. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling to the right, Hasta Mudra. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhaling, straightening those legs. Let's lift those arms up, palms face forward, one another. Exhaling, Warrior 2. Inhaling, lifting up, straightening legs, arms coming. So palms face forward, relax the shoulders. Preparing for Humble Warrior. Exhaling, Warrior 2. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, Humble Warrior. The hands sweep behind you, that you bind them and then fold over that bent leg. If your hands are more comfortable here, that's great. If you can lift them up, that's great as well. One more breath. Inhaling, sweeping those arms up and sinking into Warrior 2. Inhaling, extending that right leg. Exhaling, pigeon-toed. How we doing? Other side, inhaling, Warrior 2. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhaling, extending that leg. Let's bring those arms overhead. Exhaling, Warrior 2. Alignment, extension, draw the shoulder blades in. Inhaling, reaching up, straight leg, arms overhead. Exhaling, Humble Warrior. Do the best you can. Hands can stay here or lift. Keep breathing. Inhaling, sweeping up. And settle into Warrior 2. Inhaling, extending that left leg. Exhaling back to center. A couple of more rounds on each side. Inhaling, Warrior 2, right side. Exhaling, let's sink into our Vira 2, Warrior 2. Side angle. Inhaling, let's shift the right ribs towards the right hand. And as you exhale, forearm on the leg, left arm up and over. You can keep it here, here or here. For those of you who have the ability to come on down, come on down. So let's breathe here. Feel your strength. Draw your pelvic floor in. Give me one more breath. Inhaling up to warrior two. Exhaling, sink a little deeper if you can. Inhaling, lifting everything up. Extended legs, arms overhead. Exhaling, humble warrior. Inhaling, sweeping up. Exhale, sink into warrior two. Beautiful. Inhaling, extending right leg. Exhaling, back to center. Let's do the left. Inhaling, opening up. Hasta Mudra. Exhaling, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Side angle. Let's inhale that left leg for a moment. I know you must be getting tired here. Exhaling, sinking down, warrior 2. Inhaling, rib shift to the left. Reach through that left hand. And then go ahead and plant. Here, here. Today I'm going to, on this side, I'm going to stay here. Shoulders should not be bowing out. Let's tuck it in. Yogi gaze is at the arm, straight ahead, but you can also look down. Make sure this knee does not cave forward. Breathe. Breathe. Coming out of it, inhaling up. Warrior 2. Exhaling, sink a little lower if you can. Inhaling, extending left leg, arms coming up. Exhaling, humble warrior. So again, you can stay here. Maybe your humble warrior is up here. It's all good. One more breath. Inhaling, windmilling out into warrior 2. Exhaling, sink a little lower. Beautiful. Inhaling, straightening that left leg. Exhaling, Hasta Mudra. Hands come to the hip crease. Point those toes forward. Bend the knees. Step in and shake it out. How are your inner thighs doing? Are they talking? So let's shake it out. Nice. Taking advantage of those nice, engaged and active inner thighs. We're going to release them a little bit. But we're going to do one little sun breath before we do. So I'm facing sideways so you can see my alignment, but find Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands beside you, stacked, ear, shoulder, hip, ankle. Anjali Mudra. Inhaling, let's reach up, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, slight micro bend of the knees if you need to. Swan dive, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway up or higher, flat back. Half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, forward folding. Inhaling, pressing through the feet so we can root to rise, upward salute. Exhaling, chair pose, Utkatasana. Again, knees behind toes, straight alignment, arms wherever you need them. 3 breaths. So gauge your in and out breath. When you're ready to leave, pressing through the feet, reaching up to prayer at the top. Exhaling to release and shake it out. We're going to take that wide stance again. Pigeon toe optional. That opens you up through the sacrum as we prepare for wide angle forward fold. So you can go toes forward or pigeon toed. If you're pigeon toed, remember to bear weight through the base of the big toe so that all your energy is not going to the outside ankle, which can overstretch those ligaments over time. I'm going to keep my toes straight towards you. We're gonna do 2. I'm gonna do 1 facing you. Then I'm actually gonna go sideways, step into the grass, and do it again so you can see the sideways. So hands to the hip crease, front body open. Let's draw those elbows back just a little bit, engage the upper back, shoulder blades coming toward one another. as we take a nice inhalation here. And on an exhalation, slight micro bend of the knees. Let's lead with the heart and not the chin. So keep the chin drawn back, draw the elbows back. When you get to what's comfortable for you, bend the knees a lot if you need, hands down underneath those shoulders. Take a breath here and assess how you're feeling in this pose. If you're good here, you can stay here. If you think you can go deeper, give yourself another inhalation and exhale, come on down. You're gonna stay in this position, and many people like it, for about 3 breaths. So inhaling and exhaling. 2 more just like that. When you're ready to come up, bend the knees just a little. One hand to hip crease, the other hand to hip crease. Press on the top of those thighs if you need support, because a slow in-breath is going to lift you up. Draw the pelvic floor up. That's root lock mula bandha. Beautiful. Shake it out. Adjust your stance. If you were too wide or not wide enough, I'm going to go sideways. We're going to do this one more time. Why didn't I do this all in the grass? It feels pretty good, actually. Same thing. Hands to hip crease. Let's give ourselves a nice deep in and out breath in preparation. Inhaling, I'm preparing. Exhaling, I'm leading with the heart. I'm keeping my chin back, rolling the elbows back. And when I get to a comfortable position, I'm going to just let my hands come underneath my shoulders, resting here for a moment. Maybe this is good for you. Maybe this is good for you. It all works. And actually, if you bend your knees a little bit and shoot your sitting bones back, you're going to open a little bit more around the butt and around your sitting bone. But if you want to go deeper, give yourself a breath here. And then exhale and find what works for you. Upavista Konasana, wide angle forward fold. So I'm going to give myself a couple of breaths here just to enjoy being upside down. That pacifies your system, takes you in the parasympathetic mode. So just let's take a nice couple deep breaths here. Your next inhalation is going to lift you up till your hands are right underneath your shoulders. And I'm going to orient myself on the mat the same way you are. I'm going to walk out and do a wide angle downward facing dog. So take your hands, walk them out, tucking the head between the arms, wide angle down dog. Should feel awesome here. Give yourself a nice couple of deep breaths. Remember to bear weight through the base of the big toe, lifting the arches. To come out of it, you're just going to inhale those arms back, hands under shoulders. Pick a leg, step it in, and then come to your mat. Where we're going to do one more pose before I leave you in preparation for shavasana. And that is a wide angle forward fold on the mat. So find your middle of your mat. Extend the legs so that they're comfortable. Balls of the feet to the sky. Knees can be bent, but they should be pointing up. Hands here, right in front of you. One in breath here. Exhale, walk out. Find a comfortable edge of stretch. It should be in the middle of this muscle belly. If you feel it across your inside knee or near your groin, you're too far. So if this is your wide angle forward fold today, it's awesome. If you can go down more, that's fine too. But find something that works for you that allows you to close your eyes and cultivate a couple of nice, long, deep breaths. And a final letting go breath. As you take a nice, long in breath here and sighing it out. The subsequent inhalation moving you back up. You go ahead and shake those legs. Swing your feet around to one short end of your mat. I'm going to leave you to find your shavasana. But before you roll down and relax, I want to thank you very much for joining me in my backyard for this warrior series. Remember that we battle many things. In these last couple of months, we have been battling being isolated and not being with friends and family that we probably miss. But Warrior teaches us that most of that war is in our heads. And if we bring our awareness down into our body, that dissipates those warlike feelings and makes you feel strong and grounded and connected. Bringing your hands to your heart, bow to you and say namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Roll down, please, and get a great shavasana.